To read candlestick charts. I'm not going to bore you with the history of candlestick charts, but you must know how to read these charts because these are extremely useful and very powerful to help with your trading. And the reason why I say that is because, as you can see, in one chart, you can see four price points for a given stock. So you can see the open price, you can see the high price, you can see the low price, and you can see where the stock closed at for the period of time that you're specifying. So what do I mean by that? So for example, if you're looking at daily candles, then it shows the four price points for the day. So that is, the daily candlestick shows the stocks open, the high, the low, and then the close price for the day. Now let's say if you're doing intraday trading and if you're looking at 15-minute candles, then this shows the four price points for that 15 minutes. So in that 15 minutes, what was the open price, what was the high price, what was the low price, and what was the close price for the stock. Now as you can see, the candlestick has a wide part. So this is often called as the real body. So this real body represents the price range between the open and close of that day's trading. So when the real body is filled in or black, as you can see here, this means that the close was lower than the open. So it means that the stock had a down day. Now if the real body is empty or hollow, this means that the close was higher than the open price. It means that the stock had an up day. Now keep in mind that you can alter these colors in your trading platform. For example, a down candle is often shaded in red instead of black. And similarly, up candles are typically shaded in green instead of white. Now, just above and below the real body are the shadows, or what they call as the wicks of the candle. Now, the shadows show the high and low price of that day's trading. Now, so let's say if I'm looking on a down day, on a down candle, so if the upper shadow on this down candle is very short, well, what would that mean? So it would indicate that the open that day was near the high of that day. Now, similarly, if I'm looking at this chart on an up day, and if I'm looking at the short upper shadow, so let's say if I see a short upper shadow on this up day, this would mean that the close price of the stock was actually near the high price of the day. So the relationship between the day's open, high, low, and close determines the look of this daily candlestick. Now real bodies can be long or short and black or white, and similarly shadows can be long or short. So everything really depends on the price action for the time period for which you're looking at, and then that determines the shape of this candlestick. So with this, you can get a good understanding of how to read the candlesticks. So in the next video, I'll show you an example of how to read a stock chart and how to see the candles, just to put all these things in perspective and to show you a real example to see how to read these charts. Thank you. So let's take a look at the daily candlestick chart, for example, say Google. Now I always use stockcharts.com to take a look at the charts for any stock. So in this case, I'm going to use Google to see how the candles play out in the stock chart. Now stock chart, you can see all the, oh, I don't need this paid version. Free version is more than enough to see the stock charts. Now there are lots of different information here. Again, let's just focus on the candles. Now just to give you a quick overview, in the previous video we did observe that the up candles are shown by empty white candles, whereas the down candles are shown by black candles. So on a quick look, you can see that for Google, the empty white candles show up days and the red candles show down days, as opposed to the black candles, as seen with our previous video. But having said that, you can also see the black candles and the hollow red candles. So let's park that aside for now, but I'll get to that in a second. But let's just focus on this up days and down days shown by this empty candles and then the red candles for now, and then I'll get to that. So let's say, for example, Google on the 4th of November, you see the empty white candle. So this shows it was an up day because the close, as you can see, was higher than the open, and hence you see the white candle. So close was $17.45 and open was $17.05. Now let's look at the 18th of November, for example. So this is a red candle. This shows a down day. Stock closed lower than the open, and hence you see the red candle here. So the close was $17.40, lower than the open was about $17.56. So again, in this case, the white and red candles are similar to what we showed earlier in the previous video to explain the candles up day and the down day. But then, like I mentioned, you also see these two other candles throughout the chart. So one is this black candle, the other is this hollow red candle. So what do these mean? Now, the black candle here, let's look at the 5th of November. So this shows that the close was lower than the open. So again, Google's close was $17.62. This was lower than the open, was about $17.70. But why is this shown in black? The reason why it's shown in black is to show that this candle, well, it is to show that Google closed higher than the previous day. That is why this is shown in black. Now, going to this hollow red candle, so let's say the 6th of November, right? So in this case, Google closed higher than the open. So when I say that, so the close price was $17.59 and the open price was $17.51. So the close was higher than the open. But you would still see this red hollow candle. So why is this? So this is to show that today's close was lower than the previous day. So these two variations take into account the previous day's open, the previous day's close, and accordingly, the candlestick would be completely black or the hollow red, depending on how it closed against the previous day. So again, so now with this video, you would really understand the price ranges and the information that this candlestick depicts. Now in future videos, I will show you how to identify some common patterns and how we will use them for coming up with different trading strategies. Thank you.